friends, welcome back to Mark's Speed Shop. In this video, we're going to get a few things done. Actually get a little wrenching done. I want to try to hook up some of those gauges in the C10 gasser project, and maybe get a couple other things done. But maybe we'll get a little bit of work done this week. All right. You probably still see it's snow. I'm going to show you a little more. It's still plenty of snow around. But it's about 60 degrees right now. This is my Wednesday where I usually do some videoing, and it's melting fast. That is really good. A welcome sight. I'm so glad to see it. So let's jump right in and see if we can get a few things done. Thanks for coming back. Welcome back. Well, the truck is a mess from running around and all this stuff, but you can see it's still plenty of snow around. They're still talking about coming and getting this either today, this evening, or tomorrow. I ought to be able to get it out then, get it on a trailer, or might have to get Danny to take it over there. I don't know, the car's kind of low. Might not go on a trailer. But we still got a little snow. Still got a little snow, but it is melting fast. I am so glad. I am so glad. So you get over here in the shaded areas, it's still some snow. Normally I'm okay with a little snow. Don't mind a little snow, but I like for it to come, be pretty, and then go away. Go away. Now, I do have the heat on in here because, well, y'all know the shop is kind of like a refrigerator. It's warmer out in the sunshine, but it's a little cool in here. It's not bad, but I got the doors open to the truck. I want to take a look at it and see what all it's going to take to do. I'll show you a couple things going through. Got the heat over there going. But I did get a DA. Ordered this one. It's a good hefty one. I'm still gonna probably get a pad and replace it on that other one. This is kind of a heavy duty thing. I mean, I wish you could wish you could feel it. It is pretty stout. It doesn't really say. It's got the label on it where they sent it. Not anything fancy. Just seems to be a pretty good stout one. There's some good reviews on it. So we're gonna get back on that roof. Like I've shown you before, I got this side. It's not anywhere close, but it's a whole lot closer than that other side. I still gotta do a lot more filling in the center and a lot of sanding all over. But it's getting there. Every little bit you do. Of course, once I get the roof straightened out a little bit more, I want to get it a little bit better. Then I can actually put the car outside some and feel okay about it. About the top not getting wet and the engine not getting wet. And might get something else in here to work on too. But today is going to be, I got to finish this here. But today is going to be more about the C10 gasser project. Still got to work on fixing the welder, getting another one, because I've got to get that pipe done. So I got a piece of pipe here that cut off. All right, let's let's get inside and see what we can look at, see what we get done. All right, well, here's what I'm thinking on the tack. I still want to get the oil pressure. I got to get the oil pressure hooked up for when we're ready to crank it. Because it is hooked to the engine. When we get those set up too, we'll put those in that hole right there. But I want to get the tack mounted. And I want to mount it on the dash. So look at a little bit more. I'm thinking, let me get up in here. I'm thinking, nice here. I'm thinking about just mounting it right up here. Where is the tag? Alright. It's chrome. I hadn't even taken it out of the pack. There it is, the Mooneyes. Pretty cool. And we're gaining RPM already. But anyway, thinking about, get camera in a good spot. Thinking about right up here. Yeah. Mounting it up here. It's hard to get back. Think about mounting it here. And I probably will. And drilling into the dash. But this old dash pad's hurting anyway. I'm thinking, see, it goes way up under here. You know, it goes that far back. I'm thinking about just drilling right through. And then putting a bolt up through with a big washer on it and bolting it on. That's actually the way I did that scamp I had. I mounted the sun tack right here. And it was fine. But I got to looking. This over here is looking pretty good. There's already a naked spot on the dash pad. Think about this a little bit more and come back. Alright, well, she ain't pretty. And it's kind of temporary. I found a bolt long enough, a little too long, a nut to fit it. I had to drill out the base of that just a little bit. And it's not tight, it's just in that piece of dash. But it is mounted. It'll be good for now. And at least we can, when we crank it, we'll if it works, and it should, once I hook the power to it, it ought to drop back to 0 and then fire up, she ought to run alright, it ought to do alright. But anyway, I gotta play with it a little bit, but there we are, Mooneyes tack. I might move it back a little more. I might end up taking the dash pad off and doing something different later. But I just kind of want it on there for now. That general idea. We'll definitely do something a little better later now. But it is on the dash. It is on there. It's a little wobbly, but not bad. Not too bad. Still got a little fine tuning to do, but you know, sometimes good enough. It's good enough, at least for the time being. Now let me take a look at this mess down here and see what I'm going to do. Mooneyes. All right, this is going a little slower than I had planned, but all this hooking up in these tiny little nuts and all this stuff. Now, if I got that oil pressure line in there correctly, it shouldn't leak. Alright, I got the line pushed back up in there. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. Right there. It's got a little space on the end, so I might can put a little something. Yeah, a little something behind there. Maybe a little black plastic piece or some metal or something. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the volt gauge in, but I'm not gonna worry about hooking that up anytime soon. Might not hook it up at all, we'll see. Got the ashtray right down here. I just got it out trying to make a little more room. And I don't have a radio. This truck had a radio delete panel on it, but it does have an antenna on the outside. So at one time or another, if it didn't come from the factory, somebody had an antenna on, a radio in it. They put an antenna on it. But anyway, this is what I'm thinking. Put the tack up there. I did tighten it down a little bit. It's all right. We'll do something better than that, but it's on there for now. This is what I'm thinking here. All right, I stuck that one in. There they are there. Mooneyes gauges. Pressure, water temperature, and volts. They're the basic gauges. I mostly want them. I had some other gauges, but I really want these because they were the Mooneyes and they were the affordable set. Because I ain't trying to break your bank on any of it. Alright, got them in. Let me get you in here and show you what I've got so far. Alright, like I say, not pretty on that. But it'll do. I'm definitely going to move it. Get a different bolt or something. I definitely need to move it back a little bit. But it's got to clear the windshield. So I need to fool with that a little bit more. But for the time being, that'll be alright for now. But like I say, the dash is already all busted up. It needs a new dash pad if I do. I would like to move it back a little bit more. Maybe I can drop it down and run the wires right through where that is. Because remember, we don't have defroster heat anymore. So I can run the wires right down through there. The fuse box is down below. So I need to move this back. Not far, a few inches back. And get it in the metal dash better. But there's the gauges. Not too bad. And then the lighting's not so great. Now the dash tray back in. I might stick a radio in it. We'll see. That's why I didn't put the gauges up here. Ideally, they would have been better up here in better sight, better eyesight. View, whatever you want to say. But I might stick a radio in. We'll see. Because this is going to be a cruiser. I mean, it's going to be a little hot rod toy, but it's going to be a car, a street car, street truck, whatever. So I might put a little radio in it. And but I think these gauges will work. This is where the heater controls were. So I took all that out. This is pretty stout. It's got two little self tappers in the bottom right now. I might bolt it in a little better later, but it's in there. It's in there pretty good. And like I say, the oil pressure and the water temperature hooked up. I don't have the lights in it just yet. I don't plan on driving at night anyway, but we'll see. Might help it light up even during the day if I need to see it better. But there we go. At least we got that in, got it hooked up, so it ought to be a whole lot better. Now we got to hook the tack up. I don't plan on doing that in this video. This video is going to be about wrapped up because we're running out of time. This is Saturday evening, going on Saturday night, and I need to get a little something together. But we got a little bit of work done. I needed to do that. I hate doing stuff like this. It's not super hard. It's just a little bit of, being a contortionist type, trying to get up under there and get the tools in there to it. It's just a little bit of a pain. Not a lot of room for a fat old guy like me who don't see so well. That reminds me, this is Saturday evening. I went yesterday and got shots in both eyes. And my ex-wife, Renelle, took me for that. That was nice. It wasn't nice getting shots in my eyes, but it was nice her taking me over there and give me a ride. But anyway, that's another reason. I'm full of reasons and excuses. That's another reason why I don't have as much done. Rusty old truck. That's going to be all right. Got the gauges in. Mooneyes. Yeah, I'm going to redo that a little bit, but I got stuck in there for the time being. So, I got to get the header fixed. Fix that. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hear it run. Ready to drive it. All right, let's see if this thing will crank. I ain't cranked it in a while. Wow, that's the best that thing's cranked in a long time. I've cranked it quite a while. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I can't believe it cranks so good, easy really. I ain't cranked it in quite a while. We'll take it up the road, but gosh, it's already dirty enough. I hate getting that mess all over, just like the truck's looking mighty rough. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Tomorrow being Sunday. I got flat tires down here. Uh-oh, no piston fell off the truck. This tire's flat, almost all the way. Front tire on the IROC's flat. Back one looks flat, but I think it's just the way it's sitting. The front's definitely flat. Tire on the Front tire on the F-150 is flat. I'm glad this thing cranked on up. Ready to go to, ready for springtime. Still got muddy. Well, I gotta get another load of gravel in here. I really want to get this graded down a little bit, make this a little bit flatter also here. Gotta fix that. Should have brought the air tank down. If I can catch it before it breaks the seal, it might hold air for a while. All the rest seem to be okay. Yeah, I think it's all right. I really want to get this going. Although I gotta admit, if I had this going, my ex-wife wouldn't stay with me for a few days. Which that was fun. I won't get into any details. It wasn't quite as fun as I'd like for it to be, but it was still fun. It was good. She's good. She's good to me and Laura. Gosh, look how dirty this thing is. Whew, swamper. Well, it's showing up good, but it is filthy. Gotta unload that wood. I ought to be doing that right now, but I ain't. I'm playing with the cars. Trying to get a little video done. We'll let this run a little bit. I sure like this car too. It ain't a hot rod. I got a hot rod looking somewhat, but a good driver, good car, good look, I think. Well, of course I think so. I did it the way I wanted. I still like to put that dual 4-barrel intake and two barrels I got on it. I think that would be cool, but gosh, it runs pretty decent now, so I kind of hate. I've gotten to where I kind of hate tearing into the ones that are running good, because like one friend used to say, my shop is a black hole for cars. They get sucked in and they never leave. Never heard of again. Nah, maybe it ain't quite that bad, but close. This is a good runner. I need to drive it. Getting springtime, I will be driving this. I drive this every year, at least some. Good old car, gotta clean it up though. Need to get some interior work done. Well, she don't sound quite like that Charger, but sure does run good. It was nice getting that going, cranking that up, hearing that run again. I'm ready to drive this thing too. Yep, I like old Plymouth. I brought the keys out for this. Let's see if it'll crank. Yeah, that tire's still up. It's just, like I say, low profile. And that front one's so flat. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to crank. Well, we got a little bit of power. that shadowy guy, that shadowy character. He seems to follow me around. Yeah, I would move it, but I don't want to break that tire loose. It's already starting to look a little iffy around the bottom of that part. That's real. Said sunshine. Hard to believe all this is just ice, ice, baby. What a mess. So I don't know if I'll ever do it. I sure would like to come in here and smooth a little bit more of this out in the front here. I know it's hard to see. It's kind of, slopes down. Right down here. I don't have to get too high, but coming in here somewhere, really would like to start smoothing it out. Kind of like it is down here, a little bit higher up here. Smoothing it out. It's not too awful bad, but it's just a little bit. It wouldn't take much. As a matter of fact, you'll probably come from over there and take a little bit of this. Just push it down here to this spot and smooth this out a little bit and flatten that out some more and then run more gravel out here. Don't need no front yard. I need more driveway. Need more driveway. Less yard. It wouldn't do a whole lot anyway. I mean, it's all mud anyway, that's where I drive. So, I like to do that. We'll see how that goes. That rock sure, it don't sound bad, but it sure sounded a whole lot better before some low-life POS came up to the shop and cut the converter off of it, the factory converter. Piece of crap. Hopefully the car fell from that person somewhere. Low-life piece of trash. Won't work, won't get a job. We're going to go out and steal stuff. I can't stand nothing like that. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this video. A couple more things on the C10 gasser project. A couple things I had to get done, not really fun things, not exciting things, but I got to have those gauges hooked up, and I've got to have them where I can see them. So hopefully, if I got the oil line put in right and tightened up right, it shouldn't spray oil everywhere. This is a high volume, high pressure pump, so I will figure that out real quick, I'm sure. Got the water temperature gauge hooked up, which right now, of course, we don't have any radiator or water in it, but I got to get that header fixed. So I got to do something with the welder. I know I keep saying that, but that's the next big thing I got to do on this. In the meantime, I got a few little things I got to get done. I'm getting excited. I want to hear it run. I hope it'll do all right. I'm still going to have to adjust the clutch a little bit, but I got all that set up. So hopefully it won't be long. And springtime is coming, so I'd really like to get this going where I can drive it. Maybe take it to a cruise in this year. Now I'm gonna take the Charger to a cruise in this year. I done said that. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and now it seems to be running okay. And I got the hood scoop on it. I'm getting the roof straightened out. It may not be perfect, but hey, what is? Nothing around here, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you come back next time, and I'll be here, good Lord willing. And I'll see you at the shop. Now remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just hit that little button if you hadn't already done it. It's free, and you're really helping me out, and I appreciate that. I'm working on getting more interesting content so I can keep y'all's attention a little bit better. But if you're seeing this and hearing me now, you've watched the video all the way through, and I really do appreciate that. So, like I say, come back to see me. I'll be here. You know how that goes. All right? See you next time.